Anyone who's had a tattoo knows the importance of choosing a professional tattoo artist for the job. You want someone who takes great pride in their work. After all, you will become a walking billboard for their business. So you would expect them to do their best to satisfy you. Industry experts recommend that you do your research before getting that tattoo. Otherwise, you could wind up like the 21-year-old woman in St. Pölten, Austria. Instead of going to a reputable professional, she went to someone who was a hobby tattooist. And apparently one who wasn't concerned about his reputation. The woman said she hired him to draw this symbol on her back, called a yin-yang. Plenty of people have them and they don't all look the same. However, there's no mistaking these for something else. These are all variations of the same symbol. While we don't know the exact design she wanted, she obviously knew what it was supposed to look like. Because when the tattoo artist drew up a template of the tattoo he was going to draw, she said she approved. The artist then drew the design on her back. Oddly, when he was done, he never let her see the finished tattoo. It wasn't until she got home and looked in the mirror. That's when she got the shock of her life. The tattoo on her back was not the one she asked for. For reasons no one will understand, he tattooed the male phallic symbol and the F word on her back. It should be pretty obvious this wasn't the tattoo she asked for. Clearly, this was a very personal attack on the woman. We can only speculate that there may have been some unpleasant words exchanged during the procedure, and this was his way of retaliating. Or perhaps he was just plain evil. After all, it was later reported that he had only recently been released from prison. The distraught woman wound up calling police and the man was arrested. When asked why he did it, the man showed no remorse. He simply replied, "Just because. So maybe he just wanted to go back to prison." But what about this poor young woman? Will she have to wear that tattoo on her back for the rest of her life? Well, after hearing her story, another tattoo artist offered to cover the disgusting image. He plans to draw a watercolor-style dancing woman on her back. He even traced out a sample. No doubt the next time she wants a tattoo, she'll look for a licensed tattoo shop. But after this experience, she's probably not planning any new tattoos anytime soon. As for the tattoo guy, he was sentenced to 3.5 years in jail and will reportedly be held in an institution for mentally abnormal offenders. Even though it's against the law, people still call 911 for reasons that have nothing to do with the police. For example, a mother in Georgia called 911 emergency services 5 times and requested the police come to her home because her 5-year-old daughter was misbehaving. She told the officer that she was recording the incident so she could play the video back to her daughter to remind her what happens when she disobeys. But as you are about to hear from the audio, things didn't go quite the way the mother had planned.
No, ma'am, I'm Officer Moore, Paisley City Police. What are you recording me for? Right off the bat, what are you recording me for?
Because I always record everything.
Alright. Step outside.
I'm not coming out there.
You're going to come out here.
I'm not. I called you.
Okay, can I come inside then?
Yeah, if I called you here.
Alright, so lose the attitude, I swear. I'm sit back. What are you calling me here for? What's going on?
All she does is pitch fits. And I told her if she doesn't quit pitching fits, I was calling the cops to tell her that she can go to jail for acting like a crazy person.
Well, she looks... How old are you, man? How old are you?
5.
She's 5, and you're going to call us. So you're gonna make her afraid of us because you don't know how to parent.
I know how to parent. She don't know how to listen.
And I have a cat who's 1, and he's supposed to be with me every time.
Alright, sit right here. So you're calling us because you don't know how to parent.
I know how to parent. She doesn't know how to listen.
Well, there's clearly some type of gap there if she's not listening to you. So why are you... And what are you recording me for? Again, you're calling me here.
I can play it back to her and show her how she got the cops calling on her because she doesn't know how to listen.
You're the one that called the cops on her.
I know.
So then, alright, here's the deal. Do you have an ID on you?
No, I don't.
Well, you're gonna...
I have an ID. I lost my license.
How do you lose your license?
No, y'all took them.
Okay, can I have your name?
Tara.
Last name?
I don't have to give you that. I called you here.
You have to give me your last... Alright, I'm gonna explain to you why you have to give me your last name. Alright? You called us, right?
Yeah, so I'm not in trouble.
But you've called us 5 times.
You should ask her for her last name.
You've called us. Her last name's the same as yours, idiot. So you
No,
called us.
my name is.
Can I get you to sit right there, please?
My name is. My last name is.
Okay, sit right there. So here's the deal. Since you've called us, right? You called us 4 times. This makes it the 5th. Okay?
I think 4.
This makes it the 5th. You're not going to tell me how to do my job when you called me here to help you. Misuse of 911 by Georgia law is illegal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So now you have to give me your ID or I'm going to arrest you for obstruction of justice.
Well, I don't have an ID because.
Okay, then you're going to give me your name then. Okay, come on.
I'm not going to jail with you.
Yes, you are.
I'm not going
Stop.
to
I'm
jail.
going to put you on the ground in a second.
I'm not
Put
going
your
to
phone down.
jail.
Put your phone down. Put your hands behind your back.
That hurts.
Okay, well, I don't care. Ask me, do I care? I don't care.
I'm not going to jail with you.
You want to bet? Who's in the handcuffs right now? It's you. So, can anybody watch her?
Do you see anybody else here?
Is there anybody here to watch her?
No.
Does she have a grandparent? Somebody that can come watch her?
No.
I do.
Who?
My Nana. She's coming right now.
Right now?
Mhm.
You know why? You're even recording. Like I'm the bad guy. Come on. Act like that again toward any other law enforcement officer, you would have really just been in trouble.
What would I have been on the ground?
If they want to put you on the ground, I don't condone it. This is already going to get me put on Facebook. Come on, get out. So do you see what this has got you, ma'am?
Well, she was stopping.
Okay, that does not mean you call a law enforcement officer. Do you understand that? I mean, you got us right here. This did not have to happen.
It's amazing just how many parents actually use this tactic. A 27-year-old mother in Florida called 911 and asked dispatchers to send officers to scare her children. They were aged 1 and 3. She said they were not listening to her and they needed to learn respect. She was arrested for child neglect. That's because child abuse is broadly defined in many states as any type of cruelty inflicted upon a child, including mental abuse and neglect. Those charges also triggered an investigation from Child Protective Services. In this mother's case, the investigation found other factors that led to her eventually losing custody of her children. One child psychologist said it's never a good idea to use law enforcement to scare your children. He said, "The fear factor overwhelms the benefits that you get out of it." And as the woman who called police on her 5-year-old daughter found out, at the very least, you can get arrested for misusing 911.